This is Movietone. Lionel Gamlin reporting. First, typical scenes of airborne troops and paratroops making their final preparations before the attack. Scenes taken a few hours before General Eisenhower's communique number 1 told us that the second front had opened. As we watch these men, we are reminded of those first raids and attacks on occupied Europe, of commandos' exploits in Norway and France, of the reconnaissance in force at Dieppe, of all the lessons learnt and the blood shed in learning them. It is well to pay tribute to the work that has made the present great assault possible. On D-Day, the airborne troops were armed with all the latest weapons, with rations for 2 days and a little French money. But best of all, they went armed with the spirit of victory. And already the brilliant success of their work in the opening phase of the battle is well known.
Carry your gas mask, because you never know where you'll need it. At a dance hall in Streatham, they grab their partners for the preliminary race. And it's on with the gas mask and the dance. Certainly an excellent way of getting to know your respirator, but maybe it's not so good a way of getting to know your partner. And with fighting leaders like Admiral Rawlings, Task Force Commander, and Rear Admiral Vile. In New Zealand waters, the Dominion's new cruiser Gambia was among the ships actively engaging in the Pacific War early this year. Since this film was made, many actions have been reported, ranging from the Straits of Malacca to the Ryukyu Islands. Naturally, no story of British naval action in the Far East would be complete without special reference to the Fleet Air Arm. From our carriers, Corsairs and Avengers have been doing great work. Here's a close-up of an arrestor hook, which you can see in operation as planes land on. Landing on is a tricky business in any weather, that's pretty obvious. When a pilot's been wounded or his aircraft damaged, it's more than tricky. Landing successful, but it was made with the additional danger of fire. And although the pilot's clear of the danger, an aircraft blazing on the flight deck of a carrier is, well, quite a blitz on its own. Eventually, the plane is dumped overboard, being damaged beyond hope of local repair. On this occasion, a number of pilots were still less fortunate. They were picked up at sea by a destroyer and presently transferred to a carrier, apparently little the worse for their experience. The Houses of Parliament were one of the casualties of London's 10th of May blitz, but Big Ben refused to stop work for a second, even if his hands did shake a bit. The debating chamber of the House of Commons is a ruin. Westminster Abbey, too, suffered from the brutal bombing on that night of full moon, and serious damage has been done to this national shrine. Here's the scene in front of the high altar where the king was crowned. The Germans, of course, will be delighted to contrast the scene of majestic pageantry during the coronation with the scene of senseless ruin brought about by their barbaric attack on the capital. There, where the ARP worker stands, is the actual site of the crowning. But there's one thing about this particular blitz, one great consolation for all the vandalism, the bloodshed and the tears. The Germans themselves suffered record losses for any night raid of the war so far. The certain destruction of at least 33 bombers is a magnificent tribute to the skill of Royal Air Force pilots and gunners. If they can maintain such success, Germany's night bombing plans will be seriously affected. But that's not the end of the story. Londoners everywhere witness scenes like these throughout the night. As in London, the people there bear the brunt of Nazi ferocity.